One of the biggest myths in the boating world is that you need a 40 or 50-foot trawler to complete the Great Loop. The truth is, some of the most successful loopers are cruising in boats under 35 feet, and they're spending less on fuel, docking, and maintenance while doing it. In fact, one of the boats on today's list is recommended so often that many experienced loopers consider it the perfect first Great Loop boat. Some experienced loopers even intentionally downsize after completing the journey once because they realize a smaller boat makes the trip simpler, not harder. Smaller boats are easier to dock in tight marinas, less intimidating for newer boaters, cheaper to run, and more fuel-efficient over 6,000 miles of waterway. A smaller boat also opens up anchorages and stops that larger vessels simply can't access. Today, we're looking at 5 of the most respected compact Great Loop boats available. You'll see traditional pocket trawlers, modern cruising designs, rugged compact cruisers, and a few boats that retired couples consistently come back to time after time. Let's get started. Number 5. Rosborough RF246. Don't let the size fool you. The Rosborough RF246 has quietly built a reputation as one of the toughest little boats capable of tackling the Great Loop. Built in Canada, this 24.5-foot pocket cruiser has developed a loyal following among cruisers who value simplicity, low running costs, and the kind of self-sufficiency that makes a long trip genuinely enjoyable rather than constantly stressful. It's trailerable, which means you can launch and retrieve it yourself, and the semi-displacement hull gives it a fuel efficiency that larger boats simply can't match. What surprises most first-time visitors is how much is packed into that modest length. The enclosed pilothouse gives you real all-weather protection, which matters enormously on northern stretches of the loop, like the Great Lakes. Large windows wrap the helm area and flood the boat with light, while giving excellent visibility in all directions. The cabin includes a dinette that converts into sleeping space, a compact galley, and a marine head, which is a genuinely complete setup for a boat this small. The Rosborough is particularly well-suited to couples who genuinely enjoy living simply and don't need a floating condo. It handles easily, docks without drama, and the shallow draft opens up anchorages that deeper boats can't touch. The honest downside is storage and living space. If you're planning a full year on the loop and want room to spread out comfortably, this boat will feel tight before long. But for people who prioritize low cost, easy handling, and an adventurous approach to cruising, it remains one of the more underappreciated compact options out there. Before we move on, I want to hear from you. Is the Great Loop something you're actively planning, or is it still more of a dream right now? Drop it in the comments below. I genuinely read every single one. And if you're finding this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to Boat Hunter and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming up next. We post a new video every single day covering boats just like these. If simplicity is your priority, this next boat offers a little more comfort without giving up the efficiency that makes smaller boats so appealing. Number 4. Mainship 34 Trawler. The Mainship 34 has earned a reputation that most boat brands would be envious of. Among first-time loopers, it consistently comes up as one of the most recommended entry-level trawlers for this specific journey, and with good reason. From the outside, it has that classic trawler profile that people picture when they imagine a proper cruising boat. The flybridge gives you an open-air helm option. The walk-around decks are safe and practical, and the overall proportions feel right for the scale of journey you're planning. Inside, the salon is genuinely spacious for a 34-foot boat. Good headroom, plenty of storage, and a practical galley that works well for 2 people cooking real meals over months of cruising rather than just grabbing something quick on a weekend trip. The owner's cabin is comfortable enough for extended stays, and the overall layout reflects a designer who actually understood what couples need when they're living aboard. What really sets the Mainship 34 apart from a practical standpoint is the single diesel engine. Simpler systems mean fewer things to learn, fewer things that can go wrong, and lower maintenance costs, which adds up significantly over a year or more on the water. Fuel economy is genuinely excellent for a trawler this capable, and the owner community is enormous, meaning you'll rarely struggle to find advice, spare parts knowledge, or fellow Mainship owners somewhere along the route. The honest downside is age. Most examples on the market are older, and condition varies significantly from one boat to the next. A thorough survey matters here more than it does with newer builds, and some examples will need electrical or mechanical updates before they're truly loop-ready. Now let's move from a traditional trawler to something much more modern. Number 3. Cutwater C30. If the Mainship represents the traditional approach, the Cutwater C30 represents what modern boat design can do when it's focused specifically on the kind of cruising the Great Loop demands. 30 feet of modern styling, with clean lines that look considerably more current than most boats in this category. The Volvo diesel engine is efficient and well-supported, and bow and stern thrusters make docking in tight marina situations straightforward even for relatively new boaters. For anyone anxious about solo docking or handling a boat in unfamiliar slips, those thrusters remove a significant amount of stress from the whole process. The enclosed helm keeps the operator comfortable in all weather, and the visibility from the helm position is excellent, giving you a clear picture of what's around you in busy channels or when navigating around other boats. Inside, the cabin is bright and modern, with a convertible dinette, a comfortable V-berth, and a compact but well-designed galley. The overall feel is contemporary rather than traditional, which appeals to buyers who want something that feels current rather than nostalgic. The Cutwater C30 also cruises at a slightly higher speed than most displacement trawlers, which gives you a bit more flexibility with daily distances when weather or scheduling requires it. The honest downside is fuel capacity. Compared to larger displacement trawlers with 300 or 400-gallon tanks, the C30's tank is smaller, which means more frequent fuel stops on some stretches. For most of the loop, that's manageable, but it's worth factoring into your planning on longer coastal passages. If modern styling isn't your thing, this next boat has been winning over Great Loop cruisers for decades. Number 2. Nordic Tug 32. Ask experienced Great Loop cruisers to name a small boat they'd genuinely trust for an extended voyage, and the Nordic Tug 32 comes up consistently. There's a reason this boat has maintained its reputation in the loop community for decades. The classic tug styling is immediately recognizable, and it's more than cosmetic. The semi-displacement hull delivers outstanding fuel economy combined with a ride that's comfortable in a wider range of conditions than many boats this size can handle. The Cummins diesel is a proven engine with excellent parts availability and a strong service network, which matters when you're somewhere along the Tennessee River or the Gulf Coast and need attention. Inside, the salon is warm and genuinely comfortable, with wood joinery that gives the boat real character rather than a plastic, production boat feel. The owner's cabin is comfortable for two, the side decks are secure, and on equipped models, the flybridge adds an excellent open-air option for cruising in fair weather. What sets Nordic Tug owners apart is how long they tend to keep these boats. It's genuinely common to find owners who've had the same Nordic Tug for 10 or 15 years, which tells you something about the relationship people develop with them. The resale value holds up accordingly, and the owner community is active and knowledgeable. The honest downside is price. Nordic Tugs command a premium compared to other boats of similar size, and even used examples typically cost more than alternatives like the Mainship 34. If you're working with a tight budget, that gap matters. And finally, we come to the boat many experienced loopers recommend when someone asks for one small boat that can do almost everything. Number 1. Ranger Tugs R29. If you've spent any time researching the Great Loop, you've almost certainly come across the Ranger Tug R29. There's a good reason for that. 29 feet of thoughtfully designed cruising boat, built with exactly the kind of couple in mind who wants to do the loop without the complications of a larger vessel. The modern trawler styling looks purposeful. The Volvo diesel is efficient and reliable, and bow and stern thrusters make docking genuinely straightforward even in crosswinds or tight slips. The helm area has huge windows that give you excellent all-around visibility, which builds confidence on unfamiliar waterways and in busy traffic. The salon is bright and comfortable, and the clever storage throughout the boat makes the most of every available inch without making the space feel cramped. There's a comfortable V-berth in the forward cabin, and a mid-cabin berth that gives a second sleeping space for guests, which is a meaningful feature when family or friends want to join you for a stretch of the journey. The galley is well designed for a boat this size, practical enough for real cooking rather than just boat snacks. And the boarding process is easy, which sounds minor but becomes genuinely important when you're getting on and off multiple times a day at docks, fuel stations, and pump-outs. What elevates the R29 beyond just being a well-built boat is the owner community. Ranger Tug owners are active, organized, and genuinely willing to share information, routes, advice, and experience with new owners. For a first-time looper who's still learning, having access to hundreds of experienced Ranger Tug owners who've already completed the journey is one of the most valuable resources you can have. The honest downside is living space. Compared to a 40-foot trawler, the R29 is compact, and couples who want more room to spread out during a year-long journey will feel that limitation. But couples who've done the loop on one consistently say the handling ease, fuel economy, and community access more than justify the trade-off. It's no surprise that when first-time loopers ask experienced cruisers for recommendations, the Ranger Tug R29 is one of the names that comes up again and again. At the start of this video, I said you don't need a massive trawler to complete the Great Loop. These 5 boats prove that point better than any argument I could make. The Great Loop isn't about owning the biggest boat at the dock. It's about finding the boat that fits your lifestyle, your budget, and the way you actually want to travel. Thousands of loopers have proven that smaller boats can complete this journey comfortably, often more comfortably than their larger counterparts, because they open up more of the stops that make the trip worth doing. Now it's your turn. Which one of these 5 boats would you choose for the Great Loop? And if you've already done the loop on a small boat, we'd genuinely love to hear about it in the comments. The best advice on this channel often comes from the people watching it. If this video gave you something useful, the best way to say thanks is simple. Hit the like button, subscribe to Boat Hunter, and turn on that notification bell. Every single day, we cover real boats, honest advice, and everything you need to make the most of life on the water. Thanks for watching Boat Hunter. Until next time, safe cruising, and we'll see you on the water.